Hello, and welcome to Member Musing, a video podcast series that will bring audiences closer to the insightful conversation on the state of the MENA leisure and entertainment industry, also throwing light on innovative services, products, and achievements of Menalac members. With me on today's episode is Karel Dubois, Chief Executive Officer of Wavesurfer. Welcome to the podcast, Karel, and thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure to be here with you. Thank you very much.
Now, Wavesurfer was established in 2008 in Belgium by Karel, and I believe the concept of the company came from your love of extreme water sports. You might be able to tell us a bit more about that in a minute, Karel. But at the time, you had another business within the stainless steel manufacturing industry. So can you tell me in your own words, Karel, about the Wavesurfer's beginnings and its growth? How exactly did you go from a stainless steel production company to being vendors in the water park industry? Also, highlight what's made the company successful along the way.
Well, in fact, it's a dream. It's a long story, you know. It's about when I left engineering studies about 30 years ago, I had a dream to have my own product worldwide. But between a dream and reality was a big gap. And first, I started with a stainless steel production factory because we started with water purification plants, engineering, hydraulics. We learned a lot about pumps, creating waves. And we were already delivering in countries like France, Holland. So this was the beginning of starting export. And then step by step, we were evaluating from subcontractor solutions for clients to own products we could sell to multiple clients and not only custom-made projects. And nearly 20 years ago, we started to develop, not selling, to develop our own waves because the big advantage was we had our own factory. So laser cutting, 3D design, engineers, assembly, and whatever. We had a lot of experience in theoretical and also practical behavior of fluids. So we could develop extremely fast and adjust extremely fast. And that in a time where I had just built a complete new factory of about 3,000 square meters. So this was perfect to launch a new concept, Wavesurfer. And the next step was, in fact, we were developing, because when you start up, we were developing a mobile unit, mobile waves. So nobody had this in the market. So we still use them in the water parks. That means we arrive with a truck, we open them, and in 8 hours with 3 people, you can go and surf. So this was, in fact, the beginning of Wavesurfer, and we still rent them because the way of renting them, people they like it because sometimes they don't want to invest in it. They don't even know the concept, but we bring in a mobile unit and then people try out. And we also were evaluating not only from products but from complete concepts. Like I told you, for the mobile versions, we have our concept set up. We bring, in fact, the summer in the city. That means like in Luxembourg, in Europe, it's already the 3rd year. The city has a space. People are going or not going on holiday. And we are creating there a complete village, not only the surf, but the beach, food, drinks, entertainment, live music. But we do it by ourselves. So the city just rent us. We put in the complete concept with the wave. And this is extremely successful. So we are evaluating more from products to complete concepts experience. And to come back, thanks to we had our own factory and engineers, we could do this. Otherwise, it takes a hell of time to develop this. So in fact, starting from the stainless steel production with our engineers and production side, this was the perfect match and start to do this, you know. So, and also the next step, from the mobile units, we also developed semi-mobile units. That means that people could put Wavesurfers for a longer time, let's say on a beach in a city, and not only for a short period like 1 week or 2 weeks or 1 month. And today we have also our Wavesurfer Trainings Academy. So we also consult people, not only in the Wavesurfer, but also in teaming, how they have to set up a complete setup. And also we are introducing now also evolution augmented reality. We do much more sports, aquatic games also on the Wavesurfer, not only bodyboarding and surfing, but also water skiing, playing games with projections on the water. And the latest evolutions is we extend the Wavesurfer concept with real waves. That means you have the Wavesurfer in a setup, in a venue, but even in the same venue, we put real waves. And we can simulate like you are on the beach, but we create a beach in a water park, but you have a lake, but you don't have the real waves. So we will produce them. It's not like an existing like wave pool, but we can simulate now by artificial intelligence also the rolling off of the waves like in the real sea. So the experience for the guests are much bigger, you know. So we are talking today like concepts and not just machines. And we console them, but we also have the complete elements, the complete setups to do this 100% turnkey for the clients. So this is the evolution where we are going to.
I think it's fantastic, the mobile service that you offer, and the fact that you still offer it as well shows how popular it is. We both don't live too far from the sea and a beach, and we can, I'm sure you do some surfing, I personally don't, but we have the opportunity available to us, but not everyone lives close to the coast. You know, there are countries that are landlocked, and there are also, you know, areas that are just quite far from the coast. So I think that's really fantastic that people can access the experience, like you've just said there.
Yeah. So this type of experience is in fact let's say amazing for the guests because they have no clue idea how it would be to be able to surf in, let's say, in a 100% protected environment, because also 100% safe environment. And you can learn extremely fast because we have complete training procedures, and we have also certified surf instructors. But also you learn very fast because you do it not alone. You are in group, with family, with friends. Also you do it in private sessions. And that's what we see is extremely popular. Like water parks, they wanted to try this out. And they rent a mobile unit for one season, even if, because water parks, it takes a long time to build a pool without season, and to, let's say, to announce and to make the promotion. They bring in a mobile unit. The guests, they can already experience, and then they know already for the next season there will be a complete Wavesurfer in the water park. But not only for water parks, but also for shopping center, shopping malls, city halls. Also, we do it in ski resorts because you have climate change. So in summer they have to do something. So cities to music festivals. In fact, the sky is the limit. You can put everywhere because it's 100% mobile.
That's a great phrase. The sky is the limit, and a really good point there about how it's quite safe for people to use as well. So as a Belgian company, Karel, what attracted Wavesurfer to the Middle East and North Africa region? Why do you like working in the region? And also, can you maybe tell me, how has Menalac supported this venture?
Well, as everybody knows, the MENA region, there are a lot of exciting, innovative, and high-end projects in the region at this moment. Also, the MENA region is open for new visions. Also, they create new visions. They are following the latest trends. So it's in fact the ideal setup for us to come over with our new technologies. We have the concepts, we have the knowledge to help them to put these new technologies and concepts in the region, because the timing is perfect. Also, the Menalac could help us very well, because they help us with events, exhibitions. They can grow our network. The whole world is there in the Menalac, in the MENA region. Also, everybody is a member of the Menalac, and it's in fact, the MENA region is for us is also a hub for inspiration, for developing the business, for making creations with like-minded people, learning from each other, and together creating new wow experiences. That's why we are also in the MENA region, and we are really excited.
It's getting very hot now in many countries across the world, particularly here in the Middle East. We are pushing mid to high 40s centigrade. Water parks are obviously a great way to beat the heat, and they're also becoming popular in terms of learning and practicing water sports, such as surfing, like we've already mentioned. But I would like to hear your perspective, Karel, on how you've seen the water park sector grow across the globe in general, and also within the MENA region. You've touched upon there's a lot going on in the region in terms of trends, but also there are lots of people eager to get out into the water parks, and we have quite a lot just in Dubai. Can you also highlight any challenges this has had for you, or what opportunities have been offered to Wavesurfer because of the water park evolution?
Well, if we look to the water park evolution in generally, if we only look in Europe, because normally Europe is very cold, you cannot compare it with the MENA region. But today, due to climate change, what we see more and more investors here in North Europe are investing also in older water parks, because when we see the evolution since 20 years ago, the number of sunny days has been increased to 58%. So this is one element, and also what we see in the industry for water park attractions. In the beginning, they were built next to a swimming pool, but today you can see this as the water attractions as a standalone units. Like they are part of the fitness centers. They are nowadays on cruise ships and campings, holiday parks. Attraction parks are building, also the dry parks are building wet attractions. The ski resorts also, like we have, let's say, now in the music festivals like Tomorrowland, also the music festivals uses the water attractions to give people more experience, higher experience. These evolutions are today reality. A second element is also interactive, because people they are now in interaction with the water slides, with the Wavesurfer. You have also gamifications. All these experiences are added to water parks. Also in combination with social media, because your experience or the experience you have in your water park, you still can enjoy and share this when you left the water park with your friends later. So all these experiences are also new and in evolution. These trends are perfect to bring in Wavesurfer, because we are a little bit also pioneer in these concepts, because we started up so many years ago with our mobile units. But we don't just take it as a machine, but guests want to do more sports, having fun, being active with friends, with families, in groups, also sometimes private. So they want to enjoy food, drinks together with their friends in a safe and nice environment. So you have to create an environment where everybody, so the complete family, can enjoy. It's not just only a small target, but the complete audience. And this is also what we see, that water parks are evaluating, not only with slides. They're becoming bigger. They are becoming more like real attractions, and not just only a slide.
When you were speaking, Karel, I'm reminiscing about a very small indoor water facility. I would call it. I wouldn't call it a water park. That was around the area I am from in the UK. I believe it's not open anymore. And just the things that you're describing, sort of the evolution and what customers want from a water park, and what the venues are offering in terms of that integration, keeping them there all day, keeping them active. It's very different from that little indoor water facility that I spent some days at in the UK. And it's amazing that the whole leisure and attraction sector is really sort of pushing for that whole day out for all the family, like you've said. So Karel, how much do you surf, and perhaps use your own surf products, or go out to water parks and test the offerings there?
Yeah. But what we see is, in the water parks, when we install Wavesurfers in water parks, I enjoy the most is, in fact, the first day, when nobody had experience as instructors. But it's nice to see that the queue for the Wavesurfer is huge, because people, they are active. They are we have a lot of first timers. They go on the surf installations. They don't know how to move, because we start them with bodyboarding, because it's accessible for everybody. It's very easy to do it. But you see people, they try 2 to 3, 5 minutes with 3 or 5 people at the same time on the surf installation. Then they go up, but they come back. This is, you see that people, they can make a huge evolution in a very short time. And what you see is you have the Wavesurfer, but around the Wavesurfer, there are some tribune stages that people can watch, and they are so excited that also people who are watching, they also want to do it, because they see it's so simple, it's fun, and people love to do it. And this is also a big evolution, because they put cameras, they put pictures, they share it with everybody, and to keep people busy. Because I remember I was last year in Sondervik in Denmark. They created a complete new water park, and also with a Wavesurfer. And I was training their staff the first day. But what we see, the whole testing days, the people, they had a queue non-stop from 8 hours a day. So that means that people, they want to be active. And you see the young guys are coming, the children coming, parents want to have pictures with them. But then they see that it's so easy. Also, the pictures go on the mothers, the fathers also go together with the kids on the surf, and they're coming back and back and back. So this is a huge evolution. What we see, it's active, healthy life, fun, and also what we see in the evolution in the industry, in the parks. We have a more, let's say, storytelling. The slides, games are part of a complete story, and not just like you just go on a slide. And the theming is extremely important. So this is also a huge evolution next to, let's say, the gaming, the interaction, the healthy, and the sports.
It's really interesting, Karel, thinking about storytelling with water attractions and in water parks as well. And I like the point you made about consumers wanting to keep going back and practicing and testing themselves. It's a challenge. A lot of us like to be challenged. And when you've got the option to keep going back and doing that within 1 hour, within half a day, a full day, maybe some consumers keep going back regularly throughout the whole day to a Wavesurfer and other attractions. I think it's fantastic. What does the future look like for the water park industry? You've already said what we're seeing at the minute, and there's sort of a lot going on. Where do we go from here, particularly within the MENA region? And how is Wavesurfer looking to be a part of that future? Have you got any projects that you're involved with within the region?
Yeah. In fact, what we do is also help people and clients developing their business. Because we're going to start in a very famous hotel. They have their own beach. And we are going to set up there, say, a semi-mobile beach concept with them. Also, the business model will be a model of a revenue sharing. That's because it's a win-win. We come in with complete new concepts. We do market study, we do the events, and we like I can give you an example now. Here we are on the Belgian coast this year, and you had swimming pools. And they have also some slides have difficulties to, let's say, to survive because to the energy crisis, to life. I mean, everything is coming more expensive, and the entrance price of just swimming pools are very low. So what we do now is we bring a surf concept next to the building of the swimming pool. And people, they just pay, but everybody, when you have, let's say, 3,000, 4,000 people visiting the swimming pool area, we bring in concepts. People, they just pay a little more extra, but they can enjoy everything, not only in the swimming pool, the surf installation, the food, the beverage, etc. So the evolution is, for us, what I see, and we are testing, and we see also the success, is the experience and even customized experience and experience as solutions. Also, like in water parks, we create VIP zones where you can sometimes you pay an extra, or it's a type of upselling where you have your own area as a 100% VIP or with friends, or you just pay in one part of the water park to enjoy. And the Wavesurfer for that is the perfect solution, because it's a never-ending story. Also thanks to the gamification, the augmented reality, because we are projecting also outdoor now. We do projections on the water, and kids can bodyboard, but they can, let's say, you have a type of a boat, and they can touch the boat, they get more points, or they cannot touch the boat, then they avoid touching the boats, then they win extra points. So this is a complete evolution, as but also not only gamification, but also the teaming is extremely important, and the experience.
So much for you to look forward to, and we are looking forward to seeing more of Wavesurfer, particularly in the MENA region, and to experience your services and all of the storytelling and the integration that you've spoken about. Karel, thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, it was a real pleasure to share our passion and our experience and the visions for the future, and for all the friends and the clients and the future clients in the MENA region.
It's been great to hear your perspective about the water park sector, and I'm sure our audience thoroughly enjoy as well.
Okay, very good. Have a nice day. See you very soon.
Thanks, Karel. Thank you to our audience for tuning in to another episode of Member Musing. Make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel, podcast platforms, and social media pages so as not to miss out on the latest news and conversation about the MENA region's leisure, entertainment, and amusement industry. You will find all of the relevant links to the description to these in our description section of this episode, along with that of Wavesurfer, so you can find out further information about the company and their projects. Join me again soon on the next episode of Menalac's Member Musing, where I will bring you another engaging discussion on the leisure and attractions industry across the Middle East and North Africa. Bye for now.